Yay.
Oh God, it's another one.
Yep. Is it another one?
It's another one.
Oh, we need to make small minor adjustments to camera.
Okay.
It's a guest appearance porch, so
There we go.
we're not used to
Yeah,
this.
we
got a pool.
We have a guest venue.
Yeah, we do have a guest venue tonight.
Yes.
Oh, how's everybody doing?
Good.
That's good.
Good.
Welcome to Pints and Pistons. If you end up being new here because no one watches us,
Hi.
we talk about cars and car things and beer and review beer and do beer stuff.
We
and
pretty
car
much
stuff.
just drink beer and belligerently talk to each other.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like
We're four idiots that drink beer and talk shit about cars.
yeah, we bitch about cars.
If you're coming here for expert opinions, you have come to the wrong place.
No, it's
Click
smart.
out. Just
Yeah.
don't even waste your time. See you later. Bye. Thanks for viewing.
So do we want to start with a beer tonight or a top?
Well, before we do,
we need to do all of our shout-outs.
We got to do all of our shout-outs. I would like to start off with Doodlebug Dog Ranch. If anybody followed us on, follow us on Facebook when we were at the half-mile shootout up in Ocala. Got to spend some quality time with them, and Delilah, the beautiful service dog, she was so cute. But yeah, so we got hooked up with them, and there's some good things to come in the future with them. We're scratching each other's back when it comes to this, and we are 100%.
See what you did there.
Yes,
yeah.
We are 100% supportive of them, and I got a wonderful T-shirt. You can actually get these at, I believe, their website or through them.
Yep.
Just message them, but
Yeah, you can go. It's in our description, link to their
Right
website.
here. Hold on, sorry,
And no, you're good. As a matter of fact, as soon as Mike's done, I'm gonna dick with the camera because
yeah,
I'm kind
like
of an
there's
idea.
the back of it,
That's
the
a sweet
front,
shirt.
and they are super soft,
Yeah, they are.
amazingly
Fantastic
soft.
material.
All right, I'm gonna do something with the camera. Y'all just don't think anything of
No,
it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Lower it. Well, and when you do, head back towards Chris a tiny bit.
Well, you
Yeah,
know, if you put the legs fully out,
Sorry about all the camera shake, everyone.
you probably move it back a few inches.
Well, yeah,
there.
move it back, turn it to
Straight, like-
straight back. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Now turn slightly towards Chris.
There you go.
Tad bit more. Just a tad turn. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. There we go.
There we
now
go.
you're not staring down or not.
Oh, I like that's great.
I know.
That's good.
Should probably have that block monitor.
I
They might have one.
I dig the
Yeah, they
angle
do,
very
but
much,
it's a block.
and make sure everybody can hear us okay too. If
Well,
you
they
can't,
can look at the.
yeah, we have a.
They're good.
Yeah. So anyway, check out Doodlebug Dog Ranch. They're doing really great things
Oh,
for
yeah.
people, and it's pretty awesome. And also,
Let's go.
we have Clutch Shift Go. If you want to get one of these fabulous T-shirts that
Yes.
we're wearing, you can go to
Well, they're
clutchshiftgo.com.
wearing them.
Yours is behind your head.
Where's my shirt?
Oh, it's that one right there behind
Yeah,
his
mine's
head.
in my car.
So also, clutchshiftgo.com. Lots of cool pictures, lots of cool car apparel, and
we're working on new
more
stuff with
Pints
them.
and Pistons
Yes.
stuff coming soon.
Yes, and we are very excited about that.
Oh, it's gonna be
something
great.
that all of a sudden
It fits in with the beer
yes,
You know-
I
you know what-
mentioned, and both me and Chris locked eyes and had that moment, and like light bulb went off, and like
Yeah.
this has to happen.
I just realized too, we're doing like one of the most Floridian episodes ever. Like where we
Flamingos.
like brought lawn furniture on the back porch, screened
With a
in with
pool.
a pool. And by the way, like this, there you
Summertime.
go. Like seriously though, the lighting and the camera and everything, this actually looks
Perfect,
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it does.
Like we actually look like we know what the hell we're
So
doing.
open up
We
the door.
don't.
Except for me laying the shirt across
Yeah,
me. It's
because
not
we-
very
we-
Open up the
you
door,
know.
yell at them, be like, "Hey, we'll be here every other Friday."
Oh, dude, like this is great.
Yeah.
And also, make sure you guys go check us out on Facebook. If you enjoyed automotive shit posting and memes, that's us.
Many of memes.
That's basically what we got there on Facebook, with the
I-
occasional few little things that
I think
happen.
we broke a lot of our older audience with the FD.
Oh God!
Because a lot of our
a lot of
people
our
that we know that are older, we post a C5, Corvette saying, we always love the FD. And they're like, that's a Corvette. And it's like, well, you don't realize,
You don't get
like,
the joke,
the
the
C5
RX-7,
took
like-
every single aspect of an FD like when you put them side by side, the body lines are exactly the same.
Which, to like just dive right into this, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it since we're talking about, things of that nature, of domestic and imported said nature. Do you guys remember that time that Chrysler bought Lamborghini?
Yes, that was actually a shared tale. That was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was
1987.
Yep, and nobody, I think, realizes that like how much of a favor Chrysler did for Lamborghini.
Exactly.
Lamborghini was suffering, and
that's how we got the Diablo, right?
Yeah, and Chrysler's the one who came up with the Diablo. That's how the Diablo was made. They wanted to have something that was more badass than all the competition that could just smoke it. Goodbye to the Bugatti. It was at the EB110 out at the time.
Like that, yeah.
Jaguar, I think, had the XJ220 about then. And they wanted to put out something that said just all of you guys, right?
And use Nissan headlights.
Yeah. So then came the Diablo. And fun fact of the day, Chrysler, I believe still to this day, is the only person to actually positively profit whilst owning Lamborghini.
Really?
Every other company has lost money on Lamborghini.
Speaking of Chrysler, or whatever it actually is called now, FCA, Chrysler America.
Daimler?
I just
Did something? I don't know.
No, we're past Daimler. We're past Cerberus. I think we're still Fiat Chrysler.
I believe we are.
I read that the Dodge Darts were discontinued like 2 years ago. They just had a recall of 30,000 of them for something or other.
Well, that's all right because.
Well, have we talked about that?
Yeah, I was going to say that's fine because 20,000 of those are still at the dealership, so you're good.
Yeah, like,
that's still August.
the month of February, I think it was. Dodge sold 3 brand new 2016 Dodge Darts.
Yeah, they've got a recall out on like 30,000 of them.
I went on Car Gurus and looked for one. There's one in Florida. It's down in South Florida. It has 28 miles on it. It's a brand new 16 SXT Dart.
Speaking of a little bit of automotive design theory, I got one that'll blow you guys' mind. 1993 to 1996 Lincoln Mark 8. Yeah.
Oh.
Take the dash in the center console.
Mm-hmm.
Flip it so it's right-hand drive.
It's Cosmo.
And you know Cosmo.
Mazda Cosmo. Yep.
It's never going to get out of my mind.
You can't.
Back to Lamborghini, though. I want to talk about something with Lamborghini because they, at the time, Chrysler and Lamborghini actually worked up a prototype car. It was sort of a leftover.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The four-door thing.
The four-door. All 4 doors open skyward.
Yeah, you had
it was a 4-door car, and the 4 doors went like
the
this.
Front ones went kind of like that, and the rear ones went backwards like that.
But if you look at that, if you look up the pictures, I don't recall what the model was called off the top of my head, but if you look at the pictures of it, you can see the Dodge Stealth in there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There's elements from the Dodge Stealth.
That sounds
the
like
wing
Chrysler.
that was not mounted on the tail of the trunk, but actually mounted behind the rear window.
Yeah.
It was there. That was
too. The
and
wheels
the wheels
looked like the
yeah.
RT wheel, the early RT wheels.
Yeah, which the Stealth was a Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
Yeah. Speaking
But
of,
when they designed the Stealth to be the Stealth instead of the 3000 GT, that's where they got a lot of the design elements from. Yeah, it was a 3000 GT underneath, but they reskinned it, and when they did, that's where it came from.
Actually, the NPD museum in Ocala, they have 2 of them, 2 Dodge Stealths.
RTs.
RT turbo 4-wheel drive.
Remember the show they made when the Dodge Stealth came out?
Yeah.
Bandit?
Oh.
They did like a Bandit reboot, but he was driving a Stealth instead of a Trans Am.
Oh man, speaking of crappy reboots, remember the Mustang-based Knight Rider reboot?
Yeah.
I never watched it.
It was
I actually
horrible.
need to watch
I watched like 25 minutes of the first episode, and it was horrible. I'm a child of the 80s, so Knight Rider was totally in my wheelhouse. And it was awful.
Speaking of
but it's an S197.
Speaking of show, that just reminded me. I found my Craigslist find of the month. I think 94 show. Unfortunately, automatic, but good for you. Yeah, 94 show came with bits to do a manual swap. 150-ish thousand miles. Blue. Only one spot on the vehicle was damaged on the fender, which was repaired and primed. Interior was perfect with the exception of the driver's side seat. Guess how much guy was selling it for? Craigslist. $500 firm.
Damn.
Running and driving, and it was at one of the V6 shows.
it was the old model with the Yamaha V6.
But did you see the one that I sent y'all? The 99?
Yeah.
The 99 show? The silver, perfect interior.
Biggest pile of shit on the planet.
130,000 miles on it. The 3.4 liter V8.
Hadn't blown up yet.
One of the smallest
They got the cam
V8s.
gears welded.
Oh, okay.
Which is one of the smallest V8s that was ever put into a production model car.
Yeah.
But still, $2,000, and the thing was really, really good shape.
Oh, now that we're
But that 3.8 liter V6 or that V8,
3.4 liter.
3.4 liter V8, that
I heard they got down and moved.
blew.
Oh,
But
yeah. They had
here's
230
Here's the thing about those cars, though. One of our friends that Mike and I
Howard.
know he's a parts manager at a Ford dealership. He had 2 of them. He gave up on them. This is a guy who probably could get.
Oh,
If you want to get Ford factory parts from Ford, he could get it. He couldn't get parts for that.
well, you might as well. But speaking of Ford, you got me going on this train. What the hell is going on with them? Have you guys seen any of that?
Oh, there's something in there. Their math formulas have caused them to misreport fuel economy.
And now they've admitted today that they're under federal investigation.
Criminal investigation. But the thing was, they're the ones that said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we had this issue." So they reported it, and then the Justice Department has opened up a criminal investigation.
I really hope.
And
that
the thing is, it's not cheating devices like VW. It's not like the badge.
They just fucked up.
Somebody fucked up in some math.
Right. That happens.
But now it's like fucking up in math is going to be
at least
criminal.
my thing is, I just hope this doesn't like somehow come to bite them in the ass, and it pisses me off because like I'm not trying to like believe me, I'm not really I know all you guys have Fords and everything. I have basically a Ford too, but like I do like my Fords, but I'm no say Ford fanboy, But like Ford is the only American company that has stuck through it, and I really hope this doesn't fuck with that because everybody else, government bailout and everything. And Ford dug themselves out of their own hole.
That was one guy.
Exactly.
That was Alan Mulally being a badass.
And that's why I hope that this doesn't turn to be something terrible for them because like they don't deserve that. Yeah. They're the ones who have stuck through it and still delivered it.
Right. Exactly. And leaning back onto like what Brian said, they admitted it. It was not like VW where it was,
See,
they ended up being found out about it and using cheating devices and all that. No, this was Ford going before anybody found out about it, going, "Hey, we fucked up."
They notified federal agencies. They notified CARB, California, and everything else, and it was
there's a precedent for this already. Kia went through the same thing in 2012. They did the math wrong and put the Moroni label on wrong. Mm-hmm. They had the wrong numbers on the Moroni label, and there were no issues with it. They literally refund the customers that own those cars.
Yeah, but the Justice Department opened up a criminal investigation on them. Yeah, that's what's going on now.
Like that seems a little.
And honestly, I think that's probably a reaction because of what Badge did. Because of Volkswagen.
Yeah.
The badge. Volkswagen AG.
Yeah.
Badge.
Well, I don't think anything will come of it because they didn't hide it. They are the ones that found it.
He went to go to the bathroom. He's playing with the dog.
Hey, bring us a beer.
He went to go to the bathroom. Yeah, no, I see him on the floor rolling around with Bailey.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything will come from it.
You didn't meet Bailey, did you?
No, not yet.
Oh, Durban Flopper.
I will when I go in. I don't think anything will come from it. I don't think there will be any like big issues.
Yeah,
they're probably it's just the overreaction because of Dieselgate.
Yeah.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna grab us a beer. I'm not grabbing glasses because I don't know where theirs are at. We're just gonna.
And they don't have them in the freezer anyway.
Yeah, we're just gonna drink.
And we're spoiled. We're bitches like that.
Right. So we'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
Probably not, but I just thought it was humorous that there was an actual criminal investigation that was opened by the Justice Department.
Right.
What the hell?
And like they said, Ford's the only automotive company in America that dug themselves out of their problems.
Yeah, they hired Alan Mulally, and Alan Mulally was the guy that started selling off all the premium brands that they weren't making any money, and he was also the one that literally mortgaged the Ford name and the Ford logo.
Right.
To get cash into the company, and then they paid all of that back, and they have it back now.
Well, that was part of it was the right car at the right time.
And but a lot of that was there was a lot of Alan Mullally going on there too. Alan Mullally, when they hired him, they said, you basically, your corporate car, you get whatever you want. And he basically said, I'm getting a Lexus. And they said, well, why? And he's like, if you want to be the best, you got to buy the best.
Right.
Because he looked out in the executive parking lot and they were all Fords, Lincolns, and Mercurys. And he's like, if you're driving your product, that's cool, but you're not driving everybody else's product. You don't
know what the other guy's doing.
Exactly.
Well, what I mean by the right car at the right time, think about 2005.
Oh, yeah.
The S197 Mustang came out. No one had seen it. No one had thought. They started the revolution with
I've been looking at this one and I can't wait to taste it.
I know.
They started the revolution with the retro muscle car craze. And they did it
with the T-Bird.
Yeah, that was Jay Mays and his retro futurist. That was also the Daisy and the concept cars that were coming before that. The Cobra Coupe and the Cobra Roadster.
Yeah.
Concept cars. Things like
I'm talking about what came out though. What came out as far as what somebody could go out and buy.
That was
the S197 2005 Mustang. It came out. It looked like a 70 Mach 1, and everybody went, "Oh, that's amazing! Let's go buy it." And it was to get the fully loaded GT in 2005 was like 28.5, 29.5, something like that. It was cheap.
Yeah.
For a fully loaded Mustang GT, it was cheap. It performed good.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't the best performing car in the world, but it had good performance, good power, and it was affordable.
For the price point,
right?
Yeah,
bang for the buck. Power braking on. Yes, it wasn't the best.
Because they sold those cars like crazy.
What are you doing?
No, I'm about to open this.
Don't say it. Don't.
That looks like it's like cracked and bleeding and
just open the damn thing.
Calm down, guys.
Freaking amateur.
Anyway,
here.
this stuff smells really good.
Okay.
Do you want a description on this?
Yes,
Okay.
I would like to read it because it made me giggle. Old Joe, the giant alligator, spent his years basking on the banks of Florida's largest. Hold on, I can't read it. Sorry. Largest first magnitude spring, Wakulla. Am I saying this right?
Wakulla, Florida, bro. Wakulla.
This hazy, refreshing wheat beer
It's not actually spelled like
may make you want to go catch some race too. And I would also like to add that they put on the can, the rings for the 6-pack are photo degradable.
Nice.
Good for you guys. Good for you.
By the way, this is a local brewing
that
company.
Means they'll go away in light.
Yeah, which I props to you guys. Like that's really cool. More beer companies.
So
do
this
that.
is a from First Magnitude Brewing, and it is the Wakulla Heffenweisen.
It smells amazing.
Are they located in Wakulla, Florida?
Are they in First Magnitude just right up in Gainesville?
I think
Also,
so.
here on the
Gainesville,
bottom
yeah.
of the can, I just noticed this: 1% of profits go to Springs Protection.
Where is that?
Nice.
Right at the bottom
Nice.
under the label.
Oh,
Shit, yeah.
wow.
So 1% of the profits
Yeah,
of this beer
hey,
goes
it
to
is-
help protect
It
the
is
natural springs
brewed
in Florida.
and canned in Gainesville, which boo for them because
This is pretty good. What flavor is that, man?
It's a Heffenweisen.
What exactly
It's a
is
wheat
it?
beer.
Oh, it is a wheat. It's really good.
Oh God!
That's
Hey,
that's fantastic.
I
Yo.
gotta say that's one of my favorite beers we've had on the show.
Definitely.
Guys, First Magnitude.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That
First
is- that
magnitude.
is good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Clink,
first
clink.
magnitude. Clink, clink.
That's fucking amazing.
Long distance touch.
Clink.
Like
that.
it's one of those like I love the Einstock. That is still one of my favorites, but this might have just almost knocked it out. This is good.
And they've got a whole line of stuff. We're gonna have to go
I'm
through
trying
their
to
line.
I'm just trying to figure out what all's going on in here.
I don't know. Yeah, it's over by his seat.
Here you go.
I don't know what it is, but it's yeah.
I don't know what it is
Good
about it.
guys,
It's really
yeah.
good, though.
So, second point. Giveaway!
Hey, guys, we're having a giveaway.
Yes.
If you weren't aware of that.
Thank you to all 3 people who like, comment, and subscribe to our
3.
stuff. Woohoo! We
3.
love you guys.
3.
Um,
Only
3.
So, with that, we really don't need to do a randomizer. We're pretty much just gonna
Pretty much.
I'm gonna pull up the post. I'm gonna have someone close their eyes and just click, and whoever they click on, there you go.
What episode is this?
I don't even know.
I don't know, 13, 14?
I think we're almost 20 at this point.
Really?
Almost. All right, so.
Is this a Facebook thing or a YouTube thing?
Facebook
thing.
So we currently have William Morris, John Olette. I love saying his last name. And then Vanessa DeVamp. If I butchered your name, I am sorry. But those are our 3 people that we have. I'm going to hold my phone up. Someone completely close their eyes. My phone's there. Look to your left.
What?
Yep, just click.
Bank. Did I get someone?
No, click again.
Bank.
Click again. Okay, he clicked somebody. He has officially liked John. John, you're getting your shirt. Congratulations. You have been liked. So,
by Dan's finger.
You get a wonderful shirt. Look
Take
at
that
you.
as you want.
Thank you, people, for participating in our wonderful giveaway.
All 3 of you.
All 3 of you. We appreciate it. And I think 3 of you are watching right now.
Really?
Woo!
Yeah, but one's me.
Yeah, we got 3 watchers and
You're watching
2
it
likes
through our
right
stuff.
now.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so
I'm
we
on-
got
I'm
2
on-
people watching.
I'm on my channel.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to watch.
So, we have.
Story.
Thank you, guys. So, what topic do y'all want to go into? Now that we did a whole tangent on shit that we saw. Hey, that was news.
It was.
We did news.
We did news. Oh my god!
It did not involve a Daisy Sandero.
I know.
We did news, like real legitimate automotive news.
How'd that happen?
We did
I
journalism.
might be having a
I
heart
didn't get
attack.
to talk about that, by the way.
Oh,
we told you we
boy.
Yeah.
Good news, everyone. It's the Dacia Duster. I actually saw a Dacia in the wild.
Can confirm he did send us pictures of all this thing.
I
didn't
snapped
even- we
pictures of
We
it.
didn't even know this one existed.
didn't even know what it was. I saw the nameplate said Duster, and I was like, I had no idea what the hell it was.
Fun fact: started out as the Renault Duster.
But I was in Savannah,
You
Georgia.
mean it's not Renault?
I swear to God.
Uh,
Hey, we
Chris?
lost people because of
Chris?
we lost
Chris.
people because of your good news.
No, it's because he said Renault. It's Renault.
Yeah, it's we knew. We knew.
I gotta quit. I gotta quit. My phone.
Wow, I think his eyeball's still twitching over there from that.
You definitely lost one. I quit. I quit.
So anyway, you were
no,
up
we're
in
back
Savannah.
up to 2 now.
You were in Savannah, Georgia,
yeah,
and you saw a Duster.
I saw a Dacia Duster. I keep wanting to say Sandero.
I wonder how they got.
I
that here.
saw it
The
was
diplomat. What is it? The
Ambassador.
If it's got diplomat tags, you can run it. Or if you're a foreign national
That's
here
what it
part time, you can bring it in and drive it while you're here. and
I
then take
didn't
it home.
look at the plate, but I think it was a Canadian plate.
Ontario.
That's another
probably,
thing
yeah.
too. I mean, Canadians can bring their cars down and drive them.
And they get Dacias there.
And so that means, that Canadians that have R34s can just drive them right across the border and keep them here
Because
for
they're
6 months out of the year.
So what you're saying is if I rent a really cheap apartment up in Canada,
It has to be a primary residence for at least 6 months out of a year.
And you may have to acquire at least dual citizenship to do that.
that sounds
It
expensive.
was worth a shot, Chris. I knew
It was
you
a
were
thought
going.
process, though. Hey, man,
but
I was
is
going
it,
for
Is
it.
it worth it to get an R34?
I don't want.
Yes.
Unless you get a nurse or one of those that falls under rare and usual show and display.
It would probably be cheaper to do dual citizenship at that point.
Probably.
Probably.
It'll be cheaper to do
Probably.
dual citizenship at that point. But yeah,
U.S. government, if you're watching, please
they are.
lay up
They
on
are.
that 25-year import rule.
Especially now, because cars that were built within the past 10 years, literally the reason for the 25 import rule is meaningless.
Like
This goes back to the old episode where I said
right,
5 mile an hour safety bumpers created the 25 year
Right.
import rule. Fight me.
and we've come a long way from that. Like, why can't
Yeah,
we just?
Which
yeah,
goes right back to my argument.
Yeah.
You look at some of the piles of crap that are on the roads, it's like that thing is completely
Yeah.
legal, but
Well,
I can't have
and
it
it's-
be a Falcon.
And
Right.
it's one of those,
Yeah.
like, the cars that we're talking about, it's not even like we're trying to import, like, something from the 1930s that, it no crumbles on and stuff like that.
Which a 1930s car is perfectly legal because it's more
Yeah.
than 25 years
It's
old.
like we
You just want a Falcon. That's all you want.
We want something
Yeah,
that
I
was
want
built
like,
in
I want like a
2010,
2012
crumple zone,
BF
dual
Falcon.
airbags, curtain airbags.
I don't see a
roll
problem with
reverses,
you
all
having
that
that. Like,
I don't see a problem with me having that either.
if
But
you
the
want,
federal government does see a problem.
that's what's
with that.
my that.
He runs better than the government.
And he's only got one leg.
That's the
This
joke.
is why they won't let us have it.
Joke.
This is why they
Oh.
won't agree with us. Is because you're wearing that shirt.
Nah, I'm pretty sure the law was in effect before the shirt was printed.
Where did Bernie touch you?
I know. I'm just saying, like, it's irritating. There's like no reason why you should be able to. If you wanted to get one, you should be able to go on the internet and fucking order one. And it should get imported here.
But yet you're able to get around that by building it yourself, by basically going and taking a G8 and all that stuff.
That's how. There's an outfit in Utah called Left Hand Drive Utes, and that's what they're doing with the Holden Maloos. They bring the shell over here, and then they outfit it with the drivetrain, dash, airbags, instrument cluster, windshields, door glass, seat belts, even the front seats and all that stuff from a U.S. market G8.
Actually, not surprisingly.
I've seen them for sale for a lower end one like 50-ish, and I've seen them up a little above 70.
I was gonna say at Bernie's that one time.
That white one, but that was pretty much a full-on like the U.S. equivalent of an HSV.
Right. Yeah, like, but
I think you want 72 grand for that thing.
But it was one of those it was 100% legal. It was one of those left-hand drive Ute
But
conversions.
much like the Motorex cars, that car is not titled as legally titled and as a Holden.
It's
titled as a left-hand drive Utes, Maloo or whatever. Just like the Motorex cars, they were known as the Motorex GTR.
I just hate that they still have that law. Like, it doesn't apply everywhere else.
That should be the mission of this show.
Which kind of moves us into another idea for the top that I kind of came up with. What is current, like this year or last year, cars elsewhere in the world that we don't get that you would love to have?
I actually got two.
two. I know if I had the chance to import, I know exactly which one I would import.
Well, what would you go with then?
The new Alpine 110.
Yes.
A110.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That little thing is just freaking rad.
Y'all are gonna pick on me for mine.
No, you ain't gonna because the Grand Tour did a thing on that, and that car it's beautiful. It's not practical, which I
they did set theirs on fire though.
Yeah, but it's a great car, and yes, I fully agree.
It's a fantastic sports car. It's a fantastic
beautiful car, and that's the thing. We don't have enough beautiful cars like that we get here.
But we can get the anniversary edition 370Z from 2009 for a 2009 car sold in 2019 for $32,000.
So I got two.
But it has stripes on it.
Yes, new paint job.
Yeah, it has new paint stripes.
I got two, and the reason I got two is because I could not. It's either an owl or something.
Something's walking around.
Yeah. I got two that I could not.
Over there last weekend?
I could not pick between. One, the VW Up GTI.
Oh, bro, the little Volkswagen Up, those things are so adorable. I remember the first one. I remember the first one I saw. I looked at it and I said, "Where's the rest of you?"
But it's one of those. They got the GTI version, which is actually pretty quick. It is the ultimate hot hatch because it's the smallest hot hatch. Yes, exactly.
You just want it because it makes you feel like a normal person.
Yes.
But it's the car that comparatively moves you out of the manlet status and into like man status.
Exactly. It's a great car. We need to have more of those.
I don't know what is going on with this thing.
What have you done?
Little cars.
Can't open a beer right. Can't smoke a cigar right.
Apparently not.
But no, like I would absolutely love to have one of those cars. But then also I got to throw in there the Jimmy.
The Jimny.
Do they still make Jimnys?
Yes.
They're brand new.
And they are amazing. They're the best SUV.
I'm well aware what a Jimny is.
Yeah, but they're
brand
2019 Jimmys are out there.
3-cylinder turbos.
And you could actually get a conversion to make it look just like a mini G-Wagon. It's adorable.
Do you have one?
I've got two.
You got two?
Yeah, like I said,
yes, the Panda.
Oh man, that's a good pick.
I know.
I was thinking of also some of the more obvious stuff like the Focus STs.
The Focus ST Estate.
Those cool Fords
the Kia Optima GT Estate.
Yeah. Just give us a state
wagon.
My other one was going to be the Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Are we not able to get them?
Because, Richard Hammond is fuck over here, so.
Well, are we not able to get them?
No, we don't know. They don't have Morgans over here.
You can get the Morgan 3-wheeler.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
I know they sell that here, but the actual Morgan Arrow,
they don't have that.
They don't have it here.
Yeah. Is it because of the wood frame?
I guess. Wood doesn't have crumple zones, so we can't have them.
Pretty much that.
Why are you laughing? No, like it's true.
I know, but like, yeah.
Listen, I understand that it's a sports car made out of wood. I don't care. It's beautiful. It's an amazing looking car. It is totally Art Deco. The Morgan Arrow is like straight up out of a Batman comic. That is a beautiful car. I would love to have that.
It is though. Mine is goofy. Well, not goofy. I'm a hot hatch guy.
Oh yeah.
The Hyundai i30N.
Oh yeah.
i30N.
Wait, I thought the Veloster shit, right?
They have a Veloster N, but they don't have an i30N. The i30N comes with like a track pack dash, like where it's got the lights that come along while you like for shifting and everything. Anti-lag from the factory, 300 wheel horsepower from the factory, and it's just an angry monster. Snap, crackle, pops, flat foot shifting from the factory, and it's a Hyundai. And like the video I watched, it was
one question though: does it snap, crackle, and pop just because of overall engine design, or does it snap, crackle, and pop because someone programmed to snap, crackle, and pop in it?
It's basically every ST.
Either way, Kia Hyundai, get on that. Come on.
So it's a stratified.
You guys have these cool sports cars you're not bringing here.
It's the first. See, they say the Stinger. Oh, it's Stinger on the Nürburgring. The i30N they did on the Nürburgring too, and it's a hot hatch.
I'm actually kind of. That's kind of weak.
Is that the best you got?
As far as heckling goes, that's kind of weak. I'm actually going to go with Captain Slow on this one. I really don't give a crap about normal cars and their Nürburgring times, is how they relate to being an actual street car.
Because it's one of those. When are you driving your car on the Nürburgring? Besides, if you live in Germany.
Well, no, he has a point. He has a great point about that because it's. And Jeremy Clarkson made the joke with the, I think it was the Z3 that he was driving. Was it the Z3 or Z4? The Z4, when he's joking about, this is a very American car, and whenever you hit a bump, it's see, that's sporty. It's got no suspension. That's sporty, right? They take a car to the Nürburgring and they ruin it.
Yes. It's anytime James got into an Aston on Top Gear. He's like, this is great. I'm going to drive it through the car park. Driving through the car park, he's like, ow, 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 ow. Why is everything rattling? This sucks.
Right.
Yes, it is a great when you want to, flap it around and all that stuff. But that's only 10% of it. Like even with my
there's
a
few sections, the carousel and stuff like that, where it's rough. But the rest of it is still a racetrack.
Yeah,
it's very well maintained.
It's one of those, yes.
There's no potholes on that.
90% of my driving, I'm just going back and forth to work at 5:30 in the morning going, why am I awake? I need to get to work. I don't want to be like, it's 5:30 in the morning. Why the fuck am I going? Like, no. Like, my ride to work is not the fucking Nürburgring. Now, if I'm going down to Ozello, that's different.
You don't work on Ozello.
I know. Exactly.
I put the poly control arms in the back of the Mustang, and that is my absolute limit to what I am willing to put up with in a street car.
Mm-hmm.
It's my daily driver. I need it to be at least somewhat comfortable. And that thing, the NVH that comes out of it from the back now, it's right on the edge. I've debated.
Ford Racing actually makes the Boss 302 arms with the higher durometer rubber bushings. It kind of bridges the gap between the stock squish bushings and your aftermarket urethane bushings.
Since we're on the subject of suspension, can we talk about the 86 suspension?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's so far it's failed to fail, and if you start talking about it in glowing terms, you know what's going to happen.
Well, he's got a really good point, actually.
It's gonna start a fire
like this. No.
But my smile.
Yeah, I know your smile, but this is like car guy superstition shit right here. Like,
it's
don't
true.
piss off the car
it's a Ford. Fords have a smuggle meter.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's the 8.6. It's the Apopka 8.6.
Right. It is the Apopka 8.6. Basically, that is my double Z.
I'm getting you a sticker.
Hey, at this point,
I'm having one made.
Hey, Brian has attested to this. How many times have I saged that car?
This thing is still going all crazy.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
somebody saved this goddamn cigar.
Anyway, so finally did all this suspension. If y'all followed us on Facebook, you've seen the pictures and all that. That was a nightmare of a ordeal, and it wasn't one of those where it was just, hey, a day
fire.
we did all the suspension.
Dan? Just cut it, relight it, start over.
Yeah.
Like, that was a 3-day process. That thank you so much, John, for coming over here, Power Tools, because I had the cutting wheel of death out, and that was not a good sign.
We didn't have to use the death wheel. That was
so
good.
But I will say, replacing 30-something-year-old suspension parts, holy crap, it's like a new car. And
in other news, the sky is blue.
Right.
So Brian has gone for a ride in it, and
it's like a different car.
It's totally different. And I just had Chris drive it because he drove the car before. He drove the car before.
How does one drove?
He drove the car before with all this stuff. And was it not a considerable distance?
Oh, it's like a brand new car.
Yeah, it seriously is
the
not.
rear shocks were so dead that when you let go, it would literally just collapse.
No, as soon as we got the top
they were
off,
that
as soon as we got the top nut off, the entire thing just fell straight down.
I've seen ones that were bad enough that
Like
you could push them in
and
they wouldn't come back out.
The front, it was. I could go like this. The top, the rears, you literally had to pull them up and you let go. And
I've never
how many
seen
hard
ones
launches
be
has that car had over the years? You think? I mean, like,
dude, they're 33 years old.
They were original factory Ford.
What's the build date on that?
They were done.
September of '86.
They clocked out. They were done working years ago, bro.
They
were done working 20 years ago.
They went full retirement. They didn't want to do anything anymore.
Yeah, they were done.
So that's why that thing floated like a truck when you drove it.
Oh, it was smooth as hell, but then you got seasick because you hit a bump a mile ago.
It was
Yeah.
You're one of those people when you stop at the stoplight and look over at your car, is it still doing this?
Yeah,
kind of.
That was big.
You're staring at you like, what the fuck?
And also, speaking of that, I can now stop now because my front brake lines were so bad. They were
probably, I would guess, a month or two of one of them just bursting.
Yeah.
They were bad. No, seriously. It was probably the reason why I could never stop. When I pressed on the brakes, they probably went.
Once we actually started manipulating, when we're pulling calipers stuff out of the way, you could see chunks of rubber just kind of crating off the
That's exactly what they were doing. You were hitting the brakes, and there was
a soft spot
was ballooning out.
At that point, it was not like, hey, I'm having my caliper held on with wire while we were doing all that shit. I just let that shit hang because I'm like, fuck it.
We got new ones.
Yeah, but I can now. We did like a 45-0, slammed on the brakes, and the car actually stops, and it doesn't go. It's actually.
No, it handles like a proper car now.
I'm just super.
Well,
excited.
it handles like a new Fox body.
Yeah,
which never really did handle like proper cars. Let's be honest.
Speaking of Fox bodies.
Yes, you're talking my language.
Yeah, I got to show this. You might have saw it because I shared it on Facebook, but I didn't think to show this.
Oh, yes.
Brian.
And you know what? I will say this. I hate motor swaps in them that are outside of the company. Not because I despised it, LS and all that. It's one of those. Just be original when you're doing a motor swap or something like that. This guy is 100% original. I want to shake his hand.
It's in a Fox body.
I want to shake that guy's hand. What we are seeing, guys, it is a arrow notch with a rotary in it.
With a turbo bigger than the motor.
I will tell you what.
Still,
I am not
That
mad.
reminds me, have any of you been following Rob Dom's?
No. Here's what I was going to say, though. Like, Rob Dom, and like, I mean, yes, I have, for one. But for two, the funny part is Rob Dom's over here doing this. I'm not, like, no bashing, but like, I don't think he knew that this was happening. Like, he's doing this whole thing, and this just comes out of nowhere.
But it's the reason Dom's doing it.
Oh, definitely. I bought a perfectly good running Corvette to take the perfectly...
It was a slightly wrecked
C5.
It was a wrecked C5.
But the LS was still good that was in it.
Well, you know what? Yeah. He's probably sold that LS and made money off of that. Probably paid for the car if it was a wrecked car.
Yeah.
Well, he actually spent money to get a body shop to have the full front substrate pulled and straightened.
Yeah, and he got all billet. Have you seen the last couple of videos on the billet
front case and the front bearing support and
that's going to be a sweet car, and I think it's really going to be sweet more than one aspect.
It's the whole idea of so many people can drop LSs into RX-7s.
Yeah,
he's ripped the LS out of a Corvette and is replacing it with a rotary so he can take it to LS Fest West.
Well, again, but the best thing
specifically to take it to LS Fest West.
The best thing is that just goes to show
it's original.
C5's copied their FDs. He could pull up to an RX-7 meet and be like, or you could go to. He could probably debadge it. He could completely debadge it and be like, no, this is an FD. And be, okay. Old people would be like, yeah, no, that's an FD. That's that Mazda over there.
Rob Dom, if you're listening, you have one specific mission when you go to LS Fest. You need to find where all the LS swapped RX-7s are and park next to them.
Wait, hold up. But the thing is, he can't go to LS Fest.
They're sneaking into LS Fest.
Yeah,
and obviously not sneaking in.
And Rob Dom has got enough money to make things happen.
Okay, because it's one of those you cannot get. Like, they will not let you in.
Like the best part about the cars too is like not just like a fuck you with the car, but like when you look at it, it's actually going to be a damn good performance machine. Yeah. Not for the aspect of power, but like where the motor is sitting and everything in that.
Well,
it's low and far back.
But I love how everybody's saying,
be
oh, well, he only saving like 100 pounds, because the LS is so light. Okay, yes, I'm bashing on the LS, but I really ain't. It's one of those where it is a damn good motor. I will give you that. It's a damn good motor in that. Just the thing is, and they are dirt cheap to build and that, but it's just, everybody uses them constantly, and it's be original.
What? Oh, I thought you were going about the weight.
No, be original.
Okay,
just be original. Like I'm happy to see this. Yes, it's blasphemy, but still, it's an original idea.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something about the whole weight thing. I was going to say
no. Everybody's saying like, oh, he's only losing. He's only saving 100. But no, the 13Bs are fucking heavy.
Yeah, I was going to say Chris and I.
But compared to a big V8. An LS is actually a fairly light motor. It really is. If you get,
13Bs are heavy for what they are.
In defense of all the LS swaps, I'm gonna speak.
Oh, I know why.
I'm going to be the naysayer here.
I know why they do them, and I understand why they do them.
If you want the winning combination, it's a $2,000 Fox body with an LS in it.
Yeah, no, and I'm not denying that. But
that's the speed combination right there.
And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not one of those that is like.
But looking under the hood of a Mustang and seeing an LS is like, finding a chick with a penis.
Yeah,
I get that
because everybody has it.
But that chick with the penis beats you on the quarter mile every time.
But the thing with the RX-7s though is coming to the point where like having a rotary in an RX-7 is starting to become a different thing.
And it's like having a Ford motor in an old Ford hot rod.
Yeah, right. It's like
having a Fox body with an actual 5-liter in it.
I came across this post on like the RX-7 forum, and it was talking about like somebody about LS swapping an RX-7, and I just started reading it just because I was just reading it, and like the guy said, I hope no rotards come in here, and I was like, wait a minute, are you like classifying us as like people like outside of RX-7s now? And like all these people, and I was just starting to read like how like people who want to put rotaries back in an RX-7, or just even let's just say swapping a 13B and a 12A RX-7, like we're the different ones now.
Or a 20B or a 26B.
But see, at least, like, I'm okay with that because at least that's keeping it in the family. No, that car that's what that car was meant to have. That car was meant to have a rotary.
Like I have an FC and I'm putting a rotary in it.
Because that's what it was meant to have.
And people are like, why are you being such a rotard? Why don't you put an LS in it? You're like,
I don't want one.
I'll put a rotary in it.
Because I want.
I don't know. There was a 350 sitting in at one point.
Hey, that was a placeholder.
You did technically 350 swap
that. I did 350 swap that RX-7 for about 10 minutes. I did.
10 minutes? No, that was a couple days. I was gonna say I was there. That was a couple days.
It was a couple.
I was the one that
more than 24 hours. It counts.
I was the one that dropped it down into there.
I saw it after it would have been done. After the deed had been done, I was like, oh, what the hell?
I mean, I have no room to talk. I put a 302 in an FC. So.
Well, but I was gonna say though.
LS.
I was gonna say though. Speaking of like V8 things, by the way, Chris, I guess we failed on something.
What's
Just
that?
want to let you know. I don't know. All I know is I went to start up the truck the other day, and when I went to start it, gas started shooting out the side of the carburetor, like not where the bowls are. So something's wrong. I don't know. Yeah. So just wanted to let you know
that sounds like a fire problem. Brian, can you help on this?
It'll be fine.
Just drive it. It'll be fine.
It'll be okay.
Oh, let's see.
You got a fire extinguisher, right? Truck?
No.
You do realize I keep on the 86 at all times because of that reason.
I think I'm going to pull the card back off and hand it to somebody who knows what they're doing and rebuild it instead of me and Chris rebuilding it.
I'm a new technician. It's not computerized. I don't know how to work on it.
No, and that's fine. I just I don't know what's. I mean, maybe something's just not.
I rebuilt a car before.
Well, I'm just thinking something might just not be tight enough. Just gas just that way. But the bowls are here. Something might just not be tight. I don't know.
Okay, coming from somebody whose very first car was carbureted, did you hit it with a hammer?
Not yet.
Hit it with a hammer.
You should try that.
All right, we'll slap it with a hammer.
The Clarkson rule.
Yeah, no, seriously. When my choke was sticking on my first 86,
Yeah,
I seriously tapped
choke
it on
got
the side
stuck.
with that. I
did
it
again.
I going down 19, choke got stuck, flooded out the carburetor, pulled over the side of the road, took out the hammer, hit it with the wooden handle, choke unstuck, drove it to cruisers.
Well, yeah. I'm my choke. I have an electric choke that's just one of those fucking copper springs that goes around and around that releases the heat and whatnot. But it's electric for the starting standpoint of it. I think I might just spray it. I don't know. What should I spray it? I need to spray it with something, I think, because it's getting stuck.
Carbon choke cleaner?
I don't know, but it's
electrical contact.
That's what I was thinking because I think it's copper because it works off of heat.
Yeah.
But that's a total side point for another day.
Just do it. I did completely disconnected choke and.
We need another beer. It's 8:45.
Have to sit there for 7 minutes with your foot on the gas.
I thought it would.
I have to pee.
Wait, hey, we've actually had some pretty good. We're actually talking about stuff.
I know, and I gotta pee again. I'll grab those beer if you want.
I'll get the beers.
Okay, I won't play with the dog.
What do you got? A bladder the size of a walnut all of a sudden?
No, I don't know. It was when the nerve problems act up. When I gotta pee immediately. But I won't play with the dog again this time. I promise. I almost peed myself at work today.
I call bullshit.
Yeah.
You do realize we're live. We got 0 viewers, but we're live, and that's now on Facebook forever.
Okay, I almost pissed my pants at work today because I have nerve problems and my bladder feels like it's going to explode when I have nothing coming out.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Doing your part to make me seem normal.
On that awkward moment.
Not really. I mean, but without even that, you're still an anomaly.
That's true.
Of a human.
It's true.
Well, anyway,
that's okay. I was once asked somebody else to describe me, and the only word they could come up with was unique. Thanks for that one, Scott.
I usually just say asshole.
That works too.
In the nicest way possible.
Of course, goes without saying.
Oh yeah, no, it's not like oh god, he's an asshole. No, he's an asshole.
Yeah, an asshole.
yeah, kind of Dennis Leary's standpoint on that. Yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah. I'm proud of him. He's my asshole. No one else can call him an asshole. He is my asshole.
I'm sure plenty of people can call me an asshole.
Yeah. Oh, we got old man Chris walking out here.
Yep.
Did you piss yourself too, like Dan just said on national TV? Well, national YouTube. International YouTube, whatever it is.
Beer. All right, guys. This one is the second beer of the night. This is Central Lager.
I will like
from Centralia Lager from Marker 48, which is just out the
Centralia.
I will like to say the Wakula Heffenweiser has a better can. Like the label with that.
Well, this is canned in-house at a little...
This is canned in-house.
That's a big brewery, and this is not. This is a small... have you ever been to Marker 48?
Yeah. I remember
how little that place is.
Oh, it's Marker.
I remember when that used to be an oil change place. Oh. We've got our oil change there a couple times.
All right. It's actually pretty cool what they did to the place.
So here we go.
The pit down below is where they have all the brew kettles and everything. And
really quick before you read that.
Yep.
Somebody somewhere out there needs to hear this. Change your fucking oil. All right. Anyway.
Somebody needs to hear that.
It's about a year and a half on the 86 right now. I got 400 miles on it.
Okay. So this light American lager brings all the things you love in a lager right to your mouth. Crisp, clean, and delicious. It pairs perfectly with hiking, boating, or kicking back by the pool, which we're right by a pool, so that counts.
Well done.
It's not the poolside lager, so.
But still, we had another shining example today of somebody out there needs to hear it. Tell your friends, tell your girlfriends, tell your cousins, change your fucking oil.
This is only
Is it-
4.2%.
Is this something that would have been in the Reddit's "Are this just rolled in the shop"?
Pretty much.
Ooh, did we have another one today?
You didn't see it, did you?
No.
28,000 miles in 3 years.
Not really smelling anything.
Yeah, there's not much smell to it, but taste it.
Did you hear me? 28,000 miles, 3 years.
No oil change.
That's bold.
I can top that. I knew of a 03 Ford Explorer Sport that was bought brand new and at 110,000 miles. I can only confirm from my own firsthand knowledge 2 oil changes the whole time.
Oh, we've had worse ones than this one, but like for some reason this one like physically was worse. When I had walked by this vehicle at this undisclosed shop at this undisclosed location.
Not great, not bad. It's not remarkable.
Yeah, it tastes like a normal beer to me,
which
really. Like it's normal drinking beer. It's like a Bud Light, Coors Light, something like that.
Kind of sad on that.
Yeah, I'm a bit underwhelmed.
I expected more.
It's very bold. It's got a lot going on. I mean, it's a very strong flavor.
Yeah,
but it's not.
Sorry.
Chris, I really think
I'm
it's
thinking
just
this was just you.
4.2.
Like it's just a straight up Pilsner. It's just a strong Pilsner-y taste.
Okay, not strong, but I am getting Pilsner. I feel like this is like I agree on that. This is like just a regular old like regular old like Pilsner. It is like a Pilsner though, like you're saying. And your light beers are, by the way, just like
Yeah.
It's like just a regular Budweiser or something, but it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's just not great.
Offensive.
It's
just
not good, but it's
compared to. I mean, when you look at the other Marker 48 stuff.
Yeah.
that is
and
true. It's a lot more extravagant.
Red Right Return.
I think that might be our issue is we've had a lot of the other Marker 48 stuff that, like, again, like Red Right Return, which is one of our favorite red ales that is just
I think
amazing.
That one's good. I'm still going to throw
Mermaid's
I'm
Milk
still going to
is
throw.
good.
I think as far as the Reds go, I'm still going to throw the Playa Linda.
Yes, that one that we got because we couldn't get the Red Right Return.
Yeah, that was the Playa Linda Robonaut Red. That stuff was amazing.
I still gotta think that was one of my favorite reds I've ever had.
You know what we should do one time is we should do a Pints video only.
We've talked about this.
We have talked about this.
The last 4 times.
And actually, kind of have an idea we might be able to do a Pints only episode in a field trip.
Yes.
Pints only field trip.
Yeah.
Pints only field trip.
We know people that own a new
Place,
establishment in town.
Yeah, we know people,
and it's one of those. As long as we can get it to where we don't have music playing,
which means we might have to do it on a Wednesday or Thursday. To
just one of those. Just one of those.
Even if it's something that we sort of just kind of do it and then save the stream and just upload it.
Yeah,
Friday
but just one of those where we just ask them, hey, for about 40 minutes, can we just have more music playing?
I would also like to point out that with the current lighting conditions, we are just appearing in the black. It's pretty cool, actually.
Well, you can see us great, so we're good.
I know.
Well, yeah,
that's what I like.
Because it get dark behind us. That whole nighttime thing.
The whole guest porch thing might need to happen more often. That's pretty nice. Yeah. So we're about I think 50 something minutes in, and I do believe Brian has bring a trailer time for us. With so we have a whole like group text chat that we all talk to each other with and everything.
I'm never on Bring a Trailer because
I'm never on this group chat because I'm not on my phone in aspects of checking like text message and shit a lot, and I totally forgot that the whole no Bring a Trailer a whole week was allowed.
Well, see, but you also have a computer. Well, I have a computer in my office too, but I'm not in my office.
I'm mainly in my office all day. My office has a window directly leading to where Chris is. And I was on fucking Bring a Trailer, and they all
like you guys sent me the text that said, "Hey, stay off of Bring a Trailer."
And Chris,
and I walked over, and this fucker's sitting on Bring a Trailer.
Because I found this car with 4 days to go, so it was like it'd only been on like a day or two. And I send this group text out. Stay off Bring a Trailer this week. I think I've got a car.
But Chris is looking at me through the window, taking a fucking picture and sending it to everybody.
Of him
Look
on
at this mother.
Of him on Bring a Trailer. Luckily,
like
it wasn't
10 minutes
this car,
later.
though. But it wasn't this car, though.
But it was just great.
Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to show you pictures of this because once I tell you what it is, you'll know immediately what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
So this is a 1994 Mazda RX-7 Touring with 4,000 miles.
Oh.
And it is in Montego Blue metallic and tan leather.
Yeah.
5-speed manual.
Okay. So to bring you guys in on this,
Spanish life, registered in Virginia.
I saw one picture of this car just because it was shared on Facebook. I didn't see what it sold for. I really wanted to know.
So it's got
it's
sunroof, fog lamps, rear window wiper, Bose acoustic wave sound system, turbocharged 13B, 5-speed manual.
And the cluster works. The cluster actually works. And the door's open from the outside.
Touring
oh, damn!
Fog light, sunroof, and rear wiper. Yeah, this thing.
It's my favorite, second favorite color. They came in
this thing.
Blue.
Montego blue. I'm not familiar with
It's the green looking color they came in. It's like a dark green, blue. You know that one that used to be at you know that one that used to be at Walgreens all the time? The stock one?
No.
Oh,
almost black, but it's
Can I just see one picture if I come over?
I was gonna say.
Hold on, he's just gonna pull up.
I can pull. No, you didn't have to get up. There you go. That's Montego blue.
Oh, look, the tan interior.
Yeah, it's got.
Oh,
yeah. Now, see, I was going to kind of overshoot guessing on that car too, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my guess out first. As I am probably going to overshoot, but I've noticed between different auctions, not just Bring a Trailer, because obviously there's a lot of different auction interfaces out there. I've noticed low mileage FDs in that range have gone. They're starting to get up in like the 40s.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that one went for 55, just because 4,000 miles. I can only assume it's buku condition, of course.
And if you're going to drive it, you know what you're going to have to do to it to make it drivable.
I'm going to say 55. That car is probably going to get stuffed in another collection, unfortunately. But I'm going to say 55 on that 55? One, just because it's Montego blue.
I'm going to go 42,899.
42,899.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah, weird flex.
Used car dealership.
Because it's on Bring a Trailer, and because of what we have seen recently with Bring a Trailer's low mileage Japanese cars.
That old rotisserie fucking 240. Oof.
That ridiculous price jump we've been seeing on Bring a Trailer. I'm going to highball it. I'm going to say
Before you go there, I will say this, though. A black R32 GTR just sold for 35, which is about what the importers are selling them for now. So,
yeah, they jumped
but
up.
I'm just basing it off that 4,000 miles.
Well, it's a U.S. car, though, too.
That 4,000 miles, I think that it's going to put it up in the 60s. 64, 65.
But you also got to remember, like what Dan said, it's a U.S. car left-hand drive. It's not a right-hand drive.
So was that Super?
Yeah, both.
But the thing is too is Montego blue. I don't know why. Most of the Montego blue ones, and not more money, but like most of the Montego blue ones have been beat.
So you're 64. You're 55.
I'm 55.
42,899.
70 grand.
Whoa!
Closest without going over.
Price is right winner.
I knew it.
You said
$70,000.
An FD sold for $70,000.
Here's the thing. Last week I spotted a orange 1970 240Z.
That
was
right?
a rotisserie restoration from Texas from 22 years ago.
From what, 96?
97? It was restored. It was a rotisserie restoration.
I think I saw that one.
Beautiful.
$68,000 for an S30. Not a Z432, not a ZG.
No.
But the thing was is that of how old of a restoration it was.
But when 23-year-old restoration.
When you looked at the when you looked at the pictures and that, it was beautiful. It really was.
It looked every bit as nice as the white one that sold for 40.
Yeah, and that white one was a brand new rotisserie.
That FD sold for that.
That's what I figured it was going to go for.
It sold for $70,000, and you know what? On that $70,000, it's going to have a $400 LS1 shoved into it in 2 days.
No, it's not. Honestly, what's going to happen is when the buyer comes to purchase it, he's going to have people with him to help him push it onto his trailer and make sure the car does not get started at all. Yeah. And then it's going to get transported to its new location and get stuffed in a room somewhere and sit. But anyway, besides the crippling, depressing fact of what that car is going to become, didn't you pick another one or no?
Yeah, I had one.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Well,
bring it on. That's fine.
Back up.
Yeah,
I had already closed it.
Did you have something? You have something else to say?
No. We still got a couple minutes, and I want to know what his other, because he said he had two earlier. I want to know what his other.
I got to find it again.
It's one of those again, I know right now no one's watching, but hopefully other people tune in a bit later. Again, thank you guys so much for
completed auction results.
All 11 Sport. And don't forget, guys, at 100 subscribers, because we're almost there.
We're almost there. Thank you so much to everybody that's been recently subscribing and all.
At 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway, and this one's going to be like a badass detail kit.
We're going to do a full detail kit, and we're not talking about we're getting an special.
It's going to cost.
There will be no armor roll in this detail kit. Armor roll is the work of the devil.
You are going to have proper wheel dressing that is water based, not going to eat.
Okay, so the other car that I thought about picking, and this is sort of one that's more in my wheelhouse because of cars that I grew up. My first car was a Celica, so this is a 1980 Celica GT Sun Chaser.
A Sun Chaser.
I saw that. Oh, hold on. Was this on Brand Trailer?
Yes.
Well, before we go into the Brand Trailer thing, I saw one beat the crap, but down in Tampa on Craigslist, $1,500. The red one.
Sun Chaser?
Yes, a 1981 Sun Chaser.
This is a 1980 Sun Chaser. It is 58,000 miles, copper metallic paint, target top and bag.
So is that orange?
Oh, it's the orange color.
Yeah, with tan interior and black trim.
Give us our mileage, transmission.
So it's 58,000 miles shown. It's a 2.2 liter 20R. 5-speed manual, carbon metallic paint, target top and bags, soft top and boot,
and from your
tan leatherette plaid interior, AC.
Are we cherry on the condition?
Looks so far period correct Kenwood cassette player.
Yes. That makes me happy.
All manual and factory literature.
Wow.
It's all done by the Griffin Company.
So should we explain to the people that might not know what it is?
Don't be a Luddite.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't know what it is, go on Google right now. Leave us up and running. We'll wait for you. I know it's going to be a future stream, but we'll take a second and wait. Go and look up Toyota Celica Sun Chaser. You don't have to see a GT, but Toyota Celica Sun Chaser.
It's basically a mix between a convertible and a Targa. Basically, a mid-frame.
It's kind of like a 911 Targa.
Yeah.
But yet the rear window
folds down.
So basically, if you took so if you took the 911 Targa, where you have the mid part out, but then you also took the rear glass out at the same
almost
time.
like a Bauer.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So anyway, if you don't know what it is, go on Google and look right now. We'll wait.
You're in our background.
We're waiting for somebody to look on Google anyway.
Wave. You're in our background. We can see you.
Hi. So anyway, now that you've seen what kind of car that is, because man, I'm not gonna guess probably, I don't know. I feel like that kind of car should pull more money, but I'm going to guess low just because I don't think the following is as high as it should be. I'm going to say 11.6.
58.99.
8,300.
I might be shooting high then, I guess. Damn.
Winner chicken dinner sold for $12,000.
Thank you. I was going to say that should be at least a $10,000 car.
And honestly, if you found one of these, if you found one of these,
yeah.
And if you found one of these like your Craigslist car and tried to bring that car to this condition, you couldn't do that.
Well, no, I was going to say there's got to be select people that know what those cars are worth, but it doesn't have that type of rarity factor.
And now, at that point, that's still rear-wheel drive, right?
Yes.
The only reason
it had 8,104 views, it had 408 watchers, and there were 14 bids total.
Hey, I love the fact that it has period correct audio in it. Well, that's one of my biggest quirks. Same that's here. One of the things. Whenever I want to upgrade the radio in that in the 86, but it's one of those if I just got a head unit in there because it didn't have anything in there and I just needed something. But I would love to get a period 86 aftermarket head unit that's a cassette.
Next time you put your 86 at a show, I have the perfect accessory to set on the dash.
Oh, the old Passport?
I have a 1980-ish, sometime in the early to mid 80s, Escort radar detector. The big honking thing with the sweet needle and the blinking yellow light and the actual volume knob. I actually have one of those. It powers up and it makes noise. I haven't even tried to drive with it because I don't even know if it'll pick up anything other than X-Band.
That is my quirk that I absolutely love, especially with the 80s vehicles.
That pulled the money that I think it deserved. It pulled. I'm glad that it did. And
And that goes to show how people are finally realizing that, 80s Japanese cars, how quirky they are. And so nothing that America ever made in the 80s was anything like that. Well, and they were so well ahead of their time on stuff.
I mean, I've told this story before, but not to you guys. But I mean, guess people, got people that we know that are, they're American car guys. That's what they are. They really don't like Japanese cars. And we were kind of discussing all these things. And at one point, I had a '76 Celica GT liftback and a '74 Mustang II fastback at the same time. So I drove both of them. I wrenched on both of them. I could literally drive them back to back anytime I wanted to. And I told them that having wrenched on both of those cars, so you really get to see how they're put together, what the guys were thinking of when they designed them and engineered them, and when they assembled them, and how they are to work on, and just the overall build quality of them. If someone came up and said, "Here's a fully restored Mustang 2, Cobra 2, whatever variant you want. Here's a fully restored A30 Celica," or honestly, even a really nice Survivor A30 Celica, and said, "You can have what you want," I would take the Celica all day long and twice on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Because in every aspect, it drove better, it handled better, it stopped better, it accelerated better.
Those cars,
it was
and
easier
no one ever,
to work on.
Everybody thought they were, throwaway tin boxes, but no, those things were, and what people could drove them in that like they were throwaway tin boxes.
It showed why Japanese cars made such an inroad into the American market in the 70s and through the 80s.
I want to say something about that. What you just said with them being throwaway tin boxes.
Yeah.
The reason those cars acquired that is because
mentality.
If you compare those two cars side by side, the Mustang II was heavier. It was made out of a thicker gauge metal.
Yeah.
The body panels were thicker and heavier.
And in that time,
the chassis was built heavier.
Yeah.
It wasn't built.
It wasn't built better. They were built heavier.
Well,
yes,
but look at it from the American standpoint of that. Yeah, exactly.
This door thuds harder when it shuts. It's a heavier door. It must be built
made
better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, my introduction to these two cars, they were both, this was in the very late 80s that I had these cars, and these were early 70s cars. So these were they weren't nothing special about them at the time. They were just used cars.
Yeah.
Okay, they were just happened to be two used cars that I owned, and these are just my own anecdotal stories of having these two cars at the same time. And comparing the two, just the Celica was better designed. It was better engineered. It was screwed together better. It was easier to work on.
Well,
things just made more sense as to how they were done.
Well, I was going to say, the reason why I even know about the Celica Sun Chaser and everything is my grandfather, while I was a kid, up until almost 2000, owned nothing but Celicas and Supras. And before that, he always showed me pictures. He always had Celicas and Supras. And my grandfather's from Frankfurt, Germany, and he's big. He came in. The first car he had was a turbo Fiat.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys. He loves everything pretty much. But he always had those, and I remember him having a Celica GT liftback when I was a kid, and he had a Celica Supra when I was a kid. And he had told me about. He was going to buy a Sun Chaser back when they were new, but he didn't like convertibles, so he didn't get one.
Yeah.
And he had showed me pictures of one and everything, and I was like, it was really cool because it's like a Targa, really.
I mean, really, if you look into sort of the JDM cars that we didn't get, it's the precursor to the Aero Cab.
Yeah, that's what my grandfather was big into. He had an RX-3 right after they came out and everything, and that's what really got me into all that stuff, and that's how I even know about those. And I can just after you show me the picture, that car is beautiful. The car is absolutely.
That second gen Celica, they're not my favorite. The bubble era Celicas, they're not my favorite ones.
But still,
the Sun Chaser was definitely.
Oh my god! And that color.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Before we end, the Celica just reminded me.
This is how we go.
JDM Japanese Classics had the ST205, the 4-wheel drive, the early '90 pop-up headlight one. the rally.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the GT4 or
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
was
GT4.
Ultra. Yes, but it was
Ultra.
the ST2.
yeah, basically homologation
Yeah,
car.
yeah, it was the full homologation car. I think they wanted $15,900 for it.
Oh,
It's not bad.
no.
Yeah, white and all that, but it was the homologation car. I saw that. I'm like, oh, yes, please,
Fuck yeah.
yes.
But
Is that one a manual?
No, it's the crystal red automatic.
That makes me think of another topic we need to talk about next time.
oh,
Well, should
Ooh,
we?
here we go. 1993 Suzuki Joy Pop
Oh yes,
K-Van.
I love
Yes!
You know,
Oh, they got a bunch of vans.
we just next two topics for next episode. One of them,
Dude,
Japanese vans.
dude,
yeah, we
a
got
Daihatsu Hi-Jet with a VW front end.
Dude,
Let's do a whole topic on
yeah, we should
the Japanese
vans.
van culture.
Here it is.
Let's do vans.
Here it is. 1994 Celica GT4 ST205. Sale pending at $15,995.
Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
3S GTE 5-speed all-wheel drive.
Let's do. No, well, we'll split it in half. Let's do part of it the American vanning culture, and the other part the Japanese vanning culture.
Yeah, I
Boom.
like that.
There we go.
And the other topic, something we've never talked about on this show. We've touched on it. We've come to it. We've flirted with it here and there. Let's talk about Group B. Let's do an actual topic on Group
okay.
B.
Well, that will have to be an entire episode on itself.
All right.
Fair
enough.
That has to be an entire
We
episode.
flirted with
You know
it.
what?
We talked about it a little
Okay,
bit here and
if
there.
you're going to talk about Group B, because basically it was like, the Wild West of motorsports,
Here we go.
then we also have to talk about it. We can probably do this at the same time. The other Wild West of motorsports, which was Can-Am.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we got the next two episodes lined up then. We'll do one American, Japanese.
Well, maybe not the next two episodes, but 2 episodes sometime in the future.
Right.
Because we're idiots and we just go off on
Well,
random
yeah,
topics.
but just those will be some of the topics we'll bring up. One will be American, Japanese vanning culture, which I love them both.
Right.
Absolutely love them both. And then
On this, me and you are friends, and we agree.
oh yeah, trust me, like Sabrina yells at me about how much I love vanning. Love vanning so much.
I had a full-size conversion van.
Well, not even a full size van. We're ending this.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah,
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Okay, we need to stop because we're gonna talk about this whole next time and whatnot. Thank you guys.
Thank you
so
guys.
much for watching. If you
Clutch Shift Go?
Yeah, make sure to check out clutchshiftgo.com.
everything is in our
Facebook.
description that you
For
can.
these
Wonderful.
Wonderful shirts.
Make sure
and-
you
Can't
guys
buy this shirt. There.
make
or this
sure
one.
you guys, generic YouTube, smash that like button, subscribe, share on all platforms. Yo, anyway.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell for the notifications. Yeah, anyway.
I'm not going to lie. Every time I hear a YouTuber say that shit, it just makes my skin
What's up, guys? Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Or halfway through your video, they're like, "Oh, did you like that? Make sure to hit that bell." Yeah. So comment how much my cough annoyed you.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you want one of the shirts, go buy them. They're pretty cool. And I'm not saying that to try and make us money because we make 70-something cents on every shirt. Maybe.
70? I thought we made
20.
7.
No, it might be 7. It was
We
some
made
really
7
small
cents.
amount,
So,
but
guys, when
it's just they're actually pretty cool shirts.
When
this
we're
is
offering
literally-
to
this
sell
is-
these shirts,
This is
we are
literally
not.
shit we
Yeah,
do because
we
we
are
just like
not
to do it.
making money
Right.
off it. Like it's 7 cents split between
but
4 of us.
it's like one of those.
It's
it's
not
it's,
like
it's
we're
like
not
one of
making
those
money.
shirts though. When you're walking around, and somebody's like, "Bro, you like beer and engines? Me too." It's one of those kind of things. But really though, make sure you guys follow us and all that because we do this because it's fun and we like doing it, and
Yes.
we really
There's
thank everybody
There's
for
beer.
watching. And
We've made a lot of good friends off of this.
and location disclosure, by the way, hey, we're in Florida. If you make beer and you're in Florida, I don't care how small you are. We don't care. We'll try your beer. if you
More
want.
off, we're in Central Florida, so it's one of those, especially if you're local to that area, to where we don't have to drive 4 hours each way.
We'll try your beer.
Be warned, though. We will be honest about your beer.
It's
Marker 48.
If it tastes like feet, we're gonna say
we
so.
love Marker 48, but this one,
Underwhelming.
It's
not
like,
offensive.
I'm drinking
It's okay. Look, I could drink it all night.
It's not
well,
offensive.
here's my problem. Halfway through it, I'm trying to drink it to finish it because it doesn't have that effect that I want to pick it up and keep
honestly,
trying it.
This one.
And the problem is we started off with this one.
Right.
Yeah, we should have opposite that. That's my bad.
Yeah,
guys.
but,
I just grabbed it.
anyway,
that first bag's a win.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Everybody have a brilliant evening and the rest of your next week and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that covers it.
Bye, guys.
And we're done.
Bye.